chocolate cake waffles make perfect ice cream sandwiches.
Let's see what's cooking. Let's get the facts. Let's see what's cooking. It's time for yoyomax12.
Hello everyone, you'll need some chocolate cake batter for this. You can make your own recipe from scratch, or you can use a boxed mix like I did here. Just prepare it according to package directions. Now, take your waffle iron, and with mine, I always spray mine with cooking spray before I use it. I just find it makes it a lot easier to get your waffles out when you're done. Then I plug it in and allow it to heat until it's ready to go, and that's indicated by the little lights on the top. Then when it's nice and hot, you're going to add your chocolate cake batter. Now for this particular waffle maker, I added 1/4 cup of batter on each side because it makes 2 smaller square waffles. Some waffle makers make one big round one with 4 segments, and in that one you may put up to 1/2 cup of batter. You might have to experiment a little bit with this until you get just the right amount of batter. Then you're going to close it up and allow it to cook. And mine took about 2 minutes and 40 seconds. I found was a perfect amount of time, but that'll depend on your waffle maker. You want to cook them until when you touch them, they feel a little bit dry and they look like they're done. Now, if it overflows a little on the edges, not a big deal. That'll break off on its own, or you can just cut it off with a knife. Remove them from your waffle maker and put them on a wire rack to cool completely. I found using a spatula was the easiest way to do this. And once they're cooled completely, you're going to put them in the freezer and allow them to freeze. And that doesn't take long, probably an hour or 2. Now for the ice cream. Now if you can find this kind of boxed ice cream where you live, it's going to make it a lot easier. So I found this strawberry ice cream. I took a knife, just sliced off a chunk, and then put it right on top of my frozen waffles. And the ice cream was a little bit too big, so I just had to cut off a small portion, and then put a second waffle on top. Press it down a little bit to make sure that they're adhered together. And this is quite a very large ice cream sandwich. So I thought the best thing to do was to cut it in half, which I did with a serrated knife. And it gives you 2 decent sized ice cream sandwiches. And of course, these are going to go directly into the freezer to firm up a little bit if your ice cream has softened. Now, if you can't find the boxed ice cream, then you can use just an ice cream scoop. And it took me about 6 scoops of ice cream approximately for one of these waffles. I just took the scoops, put them on the waffle, and then I just used my fingers to try to smoosh everything together and to try to get it so that it was about the same thickness all the way around. Then I placed the top waffle, squished it down a little bit. Don't press too hard, you don't want your waffles to break. And then to make them prettier for pictures, I took an offset spatula and just went around and smoothed off the sides to make them nice and even. And then I also cut that one in half when I was done. I think that was a mocha almond fudge ice cream, that one there. And there they are. I had a cookies and cream as well right here. And these are, well, delicious. I mean, it's chocolate cake in a waffle form, and it makes a perfect sandwich for this ice cream sandwich because the cake actually defrosts very quickly while you're eating these, and it actually acts like a little insulator so your fingers don't melt the ice cream when you're biting into it. It's perfect. Now, if you want to pretty these up, you can also wrap them with a little bit of parchment and a little bit of colored twine if you'd like to make them pretty. Now, if you're wondering, one chocolate cake mix makes about 14 of the waffles of the size that I have for my waffle maker. And it takes 2 for each one, so it'll make about 7 divided by 2, 14 smaller ones. Hope you give this one a try. I have all sorts of frozen goodies on my frozen goodies playlist. It includes popsicles as well as other ice cream desserts. If you want to see this, go ahead and click right on your screen or look for the link in the description box below. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.